everyone. So, day 3. Today I actually want to talk to you about something that sounds pretty simple. Charity. Not the foundation, not our projects, not our money, just charity. Because I think sometimes we make charity sound like a massive, complicated thing. Like you need thousands of rand, a huge organization, hundreds of volunteers, and somehow all the answers. But you really don't. Charity can be incredibly simple. It can literally be somebody seeing another person struggling and thinking, I wish I can do something, and then actually do something. That's where it starts. And honestly, that's one of the reasons we started the Summit Hope Foundation. It wasn't because we thought we're going to change the world. We knew we couldn't. We're students. We're young. We're learning as we go. We make mistakes. We don't always know what we're doing. But we looked around and thought, why can't we try? Why can't we do something? Why can't we create a place where people can want to help and actually have something to put into that energy? And that's what the foundation became. I think that's one of the biggest things of what charity is that we don't always see the person behind the problem. We hear things like poverty. We hear homelessness. We hear people in need. But those are just words. Behind those words are actual people. People with names. People with families. People who have good days and bad days. People who have dreams. People who get embarrassed. People who laugh. People who have had things happen to them that we probably don't know anything about. And sometimes we walk past them. Not because we're horrible people. Sometimes we genuinely don't know what to do. I remember seeing a man near the intersection of Princess Crossing Spa. He was just buying bread. That's it. There wasn't some massive moment. He wasn't doing anything dramatic. He was just standing there buying bread. And I remember looking at him and feeling bad. And I remember thinking, what am I actually supposed to do here? Because you can't just look at someone's life and know how to fix it. You don't know their situation. You don't know what happened yesterday. You don't know what they're going through. And that moment, honestly, stuck with me. Because I realized that feeling sorry for someone isn't really enough. You can care about someone. You can feel bad. You can wish things were different. But eventually, you have to ask yourself, okay, what can I actually do? And maybe the answer isn't huge. Maybe it's small. Maybe it's 10 rand. Maybe it's a jacket. Maybe it's a bag of food. Maybe it's helping an organization that already knows what it's doing. But something is better than nothing. And that's really what we wanted the foundation to be. A way of turning that feeling into somebody should help. Into we're going to try. And we've learned something from that. We've learned that people actually do want to help. Sometimes they just have to find a place to look to start. Look at something as simple as our cans. A person can pass our can. They have a coin. They could keep it. They could put it in. And most of the time, the coin isn't going to feel like a massive sacrifice. At another, and suddenly, something has happened. Not because one person did something incredible, but because of a lot of ordinary people did something small. That's charity. And I really like that idea. Because it means nobody has to feel like they aren't doing enough. There is no minimum amount of kindness. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have a little. You don't have to be the person standing at the front of the room. You can just help. And that's enough. We've seen that through the foundation. We've had people donate money. We've had people donate clothes. We've had people donate bedding. We've had people buy pins. We've had people put coins into our cans. We've had teachers help us. We've had learners help us. We've had organizations talk to us and give us opportunities. And every single one of those things matters. Because when somebody gives you something, they're making a decision. They're saying, I could keep this, but I'm going to give it. And I don't think we should take that for granted. Especially when we're dealing with someone's money or donations. Because somebody worked for that money. Somebody bought those clothes. Somebody gave up their time. Somebody trusted us. That's a big responsibility. And I think that's something we should always remember. The Summit Hope Foundation isn't about us. It shouldn't be. If we're doing this properly, we're not the important part. The important part is the person receiving help, the child getting clothes, the family receiving essentials, the organization that can now do a little bit more because somebody helped them. That's what matters. And sometimes we won't even know what happens afterwards. We might give something to someone and never hear the rest of their story. And that's okay. We're not helping people so they owe us something. We're not helping people so they have to remember our name. We're helping because they need help. That's enough. And I think that's something the world can probably use a little more of. Just doing something good without needing something back. And I'm always saying charity is always easy. I'm not saying that. It isn't. Sometimes we see things that upset you. Sometimes you realize how much need there actually is and how it can feel overwhelming. Sometimes you think, how are we even going to make a difference? There are so many people that we need to help. And I think the answer is, we aren't going to help anyone. We can help someone. And that someone matters. That's the part we can't forget. If you help one family, that family matters. If you help one child, that child matters. If you make that one person's day slightly easier, that matters. We don't need to have changed a million lives or something to be worthwhile. Sometimes one is enough. That's why I don't want the Summit Hope Foundation to become obsessed with numbers. Of course, we need numbers. We need accountability. We need to know what we're raising and what's going. But behind every number, there needs to be a person. Otherwise, what's the point? 1,000 Rand isn't just 1,000 Rand. It's what the 1,000 Rand can become. A blanket, some food, school supplies, something. Something that makes somebody's life just a little bit easier. That's not what we're really counting. Not just money. People helped. And I think that's what I want everyone here at the SFC 26 to remember. You don't have to wait until you're older to care. You don't have to wait until you have a job. You don't have to wait until you have loads of money. We're young, so what? That doesn't mean we can't do anything. It means we have a lot of time to start doing something. And maybe the foundation will make mistakes. Actually, it definitely will. We'll get things wrong. We'll have projects that don't work. We'll have ideas that need changing. But I'd rather try and learn than sit and wait until we have made something that's somehow perfect. Because we're never going to be perfect. We're just people trying to help other people. And that is enough. So, when we talk about charity, I don't want us to think like something distant, something that belongs to huge organizations, something that happens somewhere else. Charity can happen here, in a classroom, at school, in a neighborhood, at a shop, on a beach, at a welfare organization, anywhere. It can start with a coin. It can start with a conversation. It can start with somebody saying, what can I do? And then actually looking for an answer. That's why we started the Summit Hope Foundation. Not because we had all the answers. We didn't. We still don't. But because we didn't want to just look away at the problems around us and say, somebody should do something. We wanted to be some of the people who actually tried. And I hope that's something that stays with us. Not during SFC 26. Not just while we're part of the foundation. But for the rest of our lives. Because eventually, all of us are going to have that chance to help somebody. And when that moment comes, I hope we don't walk past. I hope we stop. I hope we notice. I hope we say, what can I do? Even if the answer is small. Because sometimes small is all it takes to begin. Thank you.